afternoon in their quarter-final meeting were Louth and Laois. Louth, who 12 months ago dumped high-flying Kildare out of the championship, and Laois, who were beaten in the provincial final by Meath. Well, last year the sides clashed in Leinster in more ways than one, but happily this afternoon matters were more even-tempered. The commentators are Ger Canning and Colm O'Rourke.
Laois retained the vast bulk of the side that reached last year's Leinster final and did so well against Meath in the last round of the championship. This year Hughie Emerson leads the attack from the 40, while Joe Nolan is positioned at right corner forward in a line that also includes the dangerous Turley brothers, Mick and Leo. Stefan White, the ex-Monaghan player, is in the Louth half-forward line, flanked by Pat Butterley and Nicholas Brown. Colin Kelly returns after a year's absence due to a leg fracture, while the side also includes a pair of brothers, Porrick and Redmond O'Neill, and the O'Hanlons, Seamus and Cahill. And taking charge, one of the game's best officials, that's Paddy Collins from Westmeath. Big attendance, many people wanting to see what is a very attractive double bill. John Osborne then put under pressure straight away by Tony Marr, and the referee has whistled up, well, in fact by Michael Dempsey of St. Joseph's and Laois. Belted forward, that's well cut out. Tommy Smith's delivering it down towards Mick Lawler, unable to keep the ball in play. Driven forward quite decisively, Nicholas Brown out punting it forward. Nicely fed there by Cahill O'Hanlon. Drop kicked inside, booted away by Pat Rowe, but the referee says he was holding on to Stefan White. It's going to be a free from about 20 metres in. And a very good chance here of an opening score for Colin Kelly.
Stefan White gone to play at left corner forward for Louth, and the whole Louth forward line is completely rearranged. For interestingly, every Laois back has chosen to stay with the man that they were originally selected on. So it means that Pat Rowe is playing a right corner back now, and Martin Dempsey is playing centre half back. Tommy Smith is at left full back, so complete change around in the Laois defence as a result of the changes by the Louth forwards.
So Louth take the lead with that opening point by Colin Kelly. Tony McMahon, who's the Laois captain. Eamon Lacey now. Belted forward again towards Leo Turley. Fumbles, Colm Marr. Just holding that ball up there, despite the attentions of Ken Rooney. Fed back to Michael Lawler. Lawler in the clear, and a chance of an equalising score, and it's put over the bar by the 19-year-old. So a point apiece. Seamus O'Hanlon still to exert a full influence at midfield, the shoulder there for Redmond O'Neill. Now Martin Dempsey towards Michael Dempsey, picked up here by the wing back. Macy's kick, Hughie Emerson. And a challenge by David Riley. Emerson doing quite well against David Riley. Riley, who was man of the match in last year's Louth county final. For Stebanon Parnells. So after a number of attempts, Michael Turley having this latest chance now to push Laois in front for the first time in the match, curling it over delightfully from a good 35 metres out, and after a quarter of an hour it's Laois 2, Louth 1. Osborne trying to hold on to it with David Riley again, Hughie Emerson, and to close down the space allowed to Colm Marr. Dennis Lawler coming from wing back. Leo Turley, as he pushed, well, the referee allows an advantage if he was. John Osborne unable to prevent his passage forward, That's a good check there by Stephen Melia. Back out towards Leo Turley, and the presence of mind to spot that his brother Michael was waiting on hand, and he slots it over the crossbar for a second point by Michael Turley inside a minute. So now 2 between them. John Osborne with the easy catch. Tony Marr was slow to close in on him. Towards Pat Butterley, who hasn't seen much of the action so far. Pat Rowe has for Laois. To Tony Marr again. Nicely gathered by Joe Nolan, fed back to the influential midfielder, trying to complete and embellish that move with a score, and that's one of the best points of the match so far. Tony, or Barney Marr, puts it over the bar. His first score, 3 between them, but it was a delightful move, brilliantly finished off. Seamus O'Hanlon. Inside to Stephen White. Surely this is the man that they will look to this afternoon. Off the post and over. There was a little touch of luck about it in the end. It seemed to be drifting away to the left-hand side, but then the post helped the kick, as it were. And aided by the post, it's 5 points to 3. Touchdown by Joe Nolan, nobody coming in it, however. Porrick O'Neill. Brown, well shouldered. He gathered his composure fairly quickly. Stephen White then. Huge buzz of anticipation from the Louth followers. Pat Rowe trying to go in there, trying to make life difficult, and Paddy Collins decides there was a very high challenge.
Stephen White, when he's in the mood, is probably one of the top 3 or 4 forwards in the country, and at this stage of the game he's given Pat Rowe a very rough time of it altogether, and with Colin Kelly on to kick frees, Louth are getting good use from their possession. Colin Kelly wasn't playing last year, and Louth missed a lot of chances from frees, and that's why he's playing today.
Strangely, there's just a point in it. After all of Laois superiority, Louth have climbed their way back. And now 5 points to 4. Michael Dempsey belting it in from the sideline. Kick comes down off the hands of Stephen Melia. On it goes to Michael Lawler, a goal chance, and it's there! The mistake by Stephen Melia as it was touched down, and Lawler profiting from that little touch on, and the opening goal comes after a half an hour.
Well, one of the reasons for this goal is Peter Fitzpatrick is caught out because he thought the sideline ball was going to go to Louth, instead it went to Laois. Leo Turley again caused the problems, gets it into Michael Lawler, who had slipped away from Peter Fitzpatrick, and though there was 2 men on the line, he's able to slip it in.
Dropped forward here, gathered superbly. Stephen White now, moving freely onto his left-hand side. Colin Kelly again, in to join the attack. Partially blocked down. Cathal O'Hanlon back somehow to Colin Kelly, tripped, free in.
Colin Kelly involved in that move on 3 different occasions. Kept working himself through to get into a position for to take the pass. Gets it onto Stephen White originally. When this ball goes through, I think there might have been a foul there, but when it comes out to Colin Kelly, he's fouled by George Doyle to give Louth an easy point and get themselves back into the game.
3 for Colin Kelly, and now just 3 points separating the teams. David Riley dropping it down. George Doyle marginally wrong-footed, having to go back, and the referee spotting a foul straight away, and it's going to be a free in for Louth. Some more shooting practice, perhaps for Colin Kelly. Remember, just 3 points between the teams.
mix-up there between Martin Dempsey and George Doyle, resulting in Martin Dempsey picking it up and giving away a point to Louth. But the ball should have been Martin Dempsey's. He was coming out, George Doyle was going back, and the man coming forward should always take possession.
The victors here, of course, would meet the winners of Dublin against Wexford in the semi-final of the Leinster on July the 12th. Niall O'Donnell. The Louth side managed by Declan Smith, watching now as Seamus O'Hanlon, who got one of the best points of the first half. Trying to fire in the ammunition for the inside forwards. Colin Kelly breaks it down, regathers himself. He's kicked another beauty. The first 2 points of the second half coming to Louth, and to Colin Kelly, his 5th point of the match. That's the first from play. One-handed, held onto it there by Peter Fitzpatrick, despite the attentions of Michael Lawler. Rapid-fire football. Now again, pressing forward. Colin Kelly trying to feed it outside, taken by Martin Dempsey. Eamon Lacey just expecting a second or two too long, and that's Stephen White. And the ball is kicked over the bar for the equaliser. A brilliant kick by Stephen White, his 2nd point of the afternoon. And the red and white flags flying proudly at Croke Park. So 8 points apiece.
Louth forwards beginning to cause a lot of problems for the Laois backs there, and Eamon Lacey waiting for the ball to come to him, just nipped in and got out to Stephen White, who kicked a great point with his left foot, but the Louth forwards now causing a lot of trouble for all the Laois backs.
David Riley repeatedly fouling Hughie Emerson that time, and that's the fullback Mulligan out to Ken Rooney. George Doyle watches it sail down. Beautifully played in by Redmond O'Neill. Onside to Cathal O'Hanlon as Louth tried to take the lead again. They led at the very first stages of the match, and they've taken the lead once more. A very good point. The first of the game by Cathal O'Hanlon.
Both teams giving the ball long with the wind. A great ball down by Ken Rooney. Very well flicked out there by Redmond O'Neill to Cathal O'Hanlon. Great point for Louth.
Louth's best spell in the match so far, the first 5 minutes of the second half. Michael Dempsey. Michael Turley can't hold it. Ken Rooney in there, picking up the breaking ball. Dennis Lawler fisting it forward to Michael Dempsey. Punting it inside towards Leo Turley. Punched away again by David Mulligan, having a good game at full-back. Emerson trying to make something of it. David Riley in there, challenging. That's lost by Eamon Lacey. Picked up in here by Colin Marr. Marr getting support outside there from Eamon Lacey once again, challenged by Ken Rooney. 2 number 7s, played outside to Colin Marr. Emerson now, back to Marr, 3rd time to be involved in the attacking movement. The point-scoring chance availed off by Colin Marr. Well, he deserved that one. He was involved time and again in the build-up. And the Laois fans saluting that score, which brings their side back to parity. And as you can see, Louth on the far side also preparing a substitute. Colin Marr. Out to the centre, Leo Turley, back up to Hughie Emerson. Turley is in support. They need a score here. Turley, and he's kicked it outside and wide. It's turning into a nightmare for him. Nothing going right at all. Donald Brady. They need the ball inside, and it's Peter Fitzpatrick who's swung around by Michael Lawler, with an advantage allowed by referee Paddy Collins to Ken Rooney. Pat Rowe coming across, fumbling. Kevin O'Hanlon gleefully, rather it's Colin Kelly taking it up. Kevin O'Hanlon couldn't hold on to it. Kelly for just a moment seemed to be in the clear, and that's the game's first 45.
Great chance of a goal or even a point there. Pat Rowe fumbles that ball across, and Colin Kelly gets it to pass out to the left side to Cathal O'Hanlon. Not a very good angle, but I don't know what Cathal O'Hanlon was trying there, but at least he gets something out of it by shouldering George Lyle over for a 50.
This is Colin Kelly kicking, a very important one. Hit with great assurance. His 6th point of the match, and 5 of those have come from place goals. So a ding-dong battle. Louth just going ahead again. Driven forward towards Leo Turley. Takes a very good ball. A little ball inside, a good one! Oh, stopped superbly by Niall O'Donnell from Tony Marr. Best piece of goalkeeping in the match. And Laois will just wonder how it stayed out. Leo Turley made it happen. Marr got onto it, but O'Donnell was absolutely magnificent.
Leo Turley does very well to give a ball across there. Barney Marr with a great chance. Kicks it straight at Niall O'Donnell, who does very well, I suppose, to block it out with his legs, but at least Laois have got a forward or a free out of it, and should be able to equalise in this, even though Mick Turley has been taken off their regular free taker.
It's 12 points to 11, no longer they're level, and the ball is kicked over the bar. John O'Connell, the point scorer. Fitzpatrick's kick towards Kevin O'Hanlon, held away however. Still persisting there against Martin Dempsey. 4 minutes less than that to go. O'Hanlon trying to thread it across invitingly, and there for Brady to hit onto, and he's put it over the bar. That's Donal Brady, the second half substitute. So a point between them once more, and Louth again hit the front. Well, what a seesaw battle it has turned out to be. O'Hanlon can't hold it, but Ken Rooney can. He's tripped by Leo Turley, and it's all Louth, the wee county, trying to engineer a victory and put one over on the side that foiled their attempts to get back into the Leinster final last year.
Louth have had a couple of chances there to finish this game from frees. They're still hanging on to that 1 point lead.
Anything can happen. Kevin O'Hanlon's in there. That came off, I think, Pat Rowe's fingers, but Tony Marr was expertly positioned. Now Colin Marr. And the Louth mentors with Declan Smith and the selectors ready to come in and cheer their team if they engineer the victory, which they've worked so hard for. Michael Malone fisting it outside for Cathal O'Hanlon. One more Louth point, I think, would probably settle it. Is there time for that? Laois regathering. Time very much the enemy at this stage from a Laois point of view, as Tommy Smith from Portarlington winning the free kick. And it's all over, and Louth advance by a solitary point. So Louth making their way through, but the final scoreline here reading Louth 13 points, Laois 1 goal and 9.
It's a game that we sort of had planned for. The lads were full of confidence in taking on Laois. They may have done us a favour in taking on Meath out of the competition. Last year we'd have benefited. I know we were beaten in the second in the replay, but because of that, I think we gained an experience of playing in Croke Park. Plus, the lads really felt they could take Laois.
You made some very good switches among the backs this afternoon.
Well, it's great when they actually work. The switching of Stephen Mealy from the corner out to centre half back to try and curve Hugh Emerson, and David Riley going back into the corner. I think both of them benefited from the switch. David Riley caught a great ball in the corner, and Stephen was very effective. And I still have this picture of Stephen Mealy coming out in extra time or overtime when he came out of the ball. He took it over his head, and it was tremendous to watch.
We kicked a lot of wides in the first 20 minutes when possibly we should have made more of a gap between ourselves and Louth. And then we went in at half-time just a goal ahead, and Louth had their purple patch then directly after half-time where they kicked 5 points without reply. It was always going to be a ding-dong match after that. Louth had stated their intentions fairly emphatically, and it was fair, passionate football. I think we probably had our chances, but in fairness to Louth, they deserved to win on the day.
Well, for the second year running, Louth have upset the form book, though in truth there was little between the sides last year either. Well, Louth now go on to meet the winners of the Dublin-Wexford match. And here are the statistics from that game. There were a total of 48 frees in all in the game, absolutely evenly divided, with each side conceding 24. Laois kicked marginally the larger number of wides, 13 to Louth's 10. But I'm sure that Laois will be thinking that any one of them kicked accurately could have saved the day for them. Well, right now we're going to take another commercial break. After that, it's Wicklow versus Kildare